Hi there, myself Madhav Jha. I welcome you to CodeChef and let's have a look at this question.
The problem is triple threat. The problem difficulty is easy and there are no prerequisites. Let's have a read at the problem. For a binary string A of length 3n, we define a new binary string f of A of length n via the following rules. That is, for each index I, the ith character f of A is the most frequent element among the triplet AI plus 1, and AI plus 2n. So for example, if we have this array A that is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. This is divided into three segments of length n. Now the f of A is calculated something like this. So very first triplet, that is A1, A4 and A7, have the elements 0, 1, 1. Now among this, the most frequent character is 1. Therefore, the first character of f of A is 1. Next up, the second triplet, that is A2, A5 and A8, has the characters 1, 0 and 1. Again, the most frequent one is 1. Therefore, again the second character here is 1. And lastly, the third triplet, that is A3, A6 and A9, are all 0. Therefore, the most frequent among them is 0. So in this manner, from A we can derive our f of A. Now we are given two integers n and x, and we need to find any binary string A of length 3n satisfying the following condition, that the string A contains exactly x ones and therefore 3n minus x zeros. I need to ensure that f of A is lexicographically minimum across all strings satisfying the first condition. Now if there are multiple valid strings, we can print any one of them. And remember, we don't want to find the lexicographically minimum A, but rather we want to find A such that it minimizes the f of A lexicographically. Now what do we mean by a lexicographically smaller string? So assume that we have two binary strings P and Q. We say that the string P is lexicographically smaller than Q if and only if there exists a index I such that for all the indices j that are less than I, all the characters at index j are same in both P and Q. But at the index I, the element in Pi is 0 and Qi is 1, and that will make P as lexicographically smaller than Q. So for the input format, we have t test cases, and for each test case, on a single line we have two space separated integers n and x. As for the output format, on a single line we just have to print the binary string A of length 3n. As for the constraints, number of test cases go from 1 to 15,250, n go from 1 to 100, and value of x will go from 0 to 3n. Let's see some sample input. For the very first sample input, value of n is 1 and x is 0. Now as we have seen, our string A is made up of three segments of length n. In this case n is 1, so length of A is going to be 3. Now since x is 0, we don't want to have any 1 in our array. So we can simply have all of them as 0. Now since our triplet, that is 1, 2, 3, have the most frequent element as 0, the f of A is also 0. And this is the lexicographically smallest that it gets. Therefore the answer here is 0, 0, 0 as our array, as our string A. Let's see how we can approach the solution. So as you have observed, our string A is made up of three segments of size n. And when we are going to form our f of A string, what we do is we pick the element or the triplets I plus n, and I plus 2n. Among them, whichever is the most frequent, that becomes our character at f of A. Now we want to have the lexicographically smallest f of A. So the best case scenario would be that all of them are 0. But if that is not possible, and if there are any ones present, we want to have them to the right as much as possible. So our f of A is going to be of length n. Now since we want to have all of our ones, if any, to the rightmost, then it makes sense for us that the elements in the starting of the triplets are zeros. So any ones that we have, in this case x ones, it is good for us if we start filling them at the last segment. So let's say if we fill all of our ones, if it is less than equal to n, to the third segment, then all of our triplets would look like 0, 0, 1. This will make our f of a all 0, the best case possible for us. But if that is not the case, we have filled all the third segment and we still have some of the ones left, what do we do? Now we are forced to add this one to the second element in our triplet. The moment we do that, the f of a will become 1. Now that our f of a has become 1, it makes sense that if some triplet is going to end up giving us 1, it is better to have all the characters in there as 1, so that we prevent other positions from becoming 1. So what we will do is, when we have x ones with us, we'll first fill the last segment, that is all the values in 2n plus I. Next up, if we are still left with any ones, then we will start filling the triplets. That is, if we have filled I plus 2n and we have still ones left, we'll fill I plus n as well as I. So that, as we have seen in the condition, if a triplet is going to be giving us 1, it's better to have all the characters as 1. What we are going to do is, first we are going to have all the indices, that is I plus 2n, right, all of them. Then we have I plus n and I. And this is the manner in which we'll keep on filling the ones. And at the end, we'll have the lexicographically smallest f of a. And this is our solution. Let's see how we can implement the solution in C++. So for each test case, we call the function solve. In solve, we take the input of n and x. Now, as we have seen, we need to store the indices, and we store them in the following format. We first store all the indices in the third segment, that is 2n plus I. Once these are saved, then we save the indices, that is n plus I and then just I. So in that manner, when we are filling the ones, first we will fill it in the third segment, right? Now if we have ones more than n, then we will fill them in the same triplet section, such that if a triplet is going to give us a maximum frequent value of 1, then it's better to fill all the ones in that triplet. So that is what we are going to do. For all the ones, we start filling from the back, and at the end, this will give us array A that gives us the lexicographically smallest f of a. And as you can see, I have AC in my C++ implementation. Let's see how we can do this in Python. Again, for each test case, we call the function solve, take the input of n and x, then we start putting our indices, that is all the indices in the third segment, that is 2n plus I, and then all the indices in the same triplet, that is n plus I and I. Then we have with us x ones, so we start filling them in the order that we have decided. And at the end, we have our array A. And as you can see, I have AC in Python implementation as well. So I hope you understood the problem, the approach, and how we can implement the solution in both C++ and Python. Have a very good day, and I'll see you in the next video.